As you convert those leads and nurture them down the sales funnel, as you nurture those leads and close those leads into customers, the third methodology around inbound marketing is analyzing the data, understanding what is driving the most leads, what marketing efforts are driving the best leads, what marketing efforts are helping those leads go faster down the funnel to convert into more qualified leads and obviously overall sales, and be able to understand by closing the loop on all your marketing efforts and knowing what's driving the most sales. So that's just a quick overview on the concept of inbound marketing. As we go through this webinar today, one thing everyone should start thinking about is how you define your funnel stages. Here at HubSpot, we have defined our funnel stages in these 6 categories, if you may. Somebody that lands on our website, we would characterize that as a visitor. Somebody that fills out a form, maybe to download an ebook or register for this webinar today, would be our definition of a lead or an inquiry. Leads are great, but salespeople want qualified leads. So as a lead goes down the funnel, one of the qualifications we might say is a market qualified lead, or an MQL. We're going to talk a lot about today how HubSpot can take a lot of the leads in your database, as stale as they are, and push them into market qualified leads, or MQLs. Another stage is leads that are in constant communication with your sales force. Maybe haven't defined the product or the dollar or the timeline, but they're in that sales stage. We would call that as a sales qualified lead, as SQL, and Steve will talk a lot about that and the methodologies that Vorsight can help with that. And then the stage of opportunity, our definition at HubSpot is a meeting, a definitive timeline, if you may, of when we're going to close the deal with all the decision makers in the meeting. And then a customer is, well, for obvious reasons, they signed the deal and you generated revenue off a potential deal.
So this is outbound prospecting. This is Steve Richard. We coined the term outbound prospecting in 2005. I'm just kidding. We didn't coin the term outbound prospecting. It's been around a long time, but it's changed. And what's changed a lot about it is it used to be people downloading lists, looking at the yellow pages, Glenn Gary, Glenn Ross, give me the Glenn Gary leads, I can close them. And, it's a very different world out there today than it was before, but it's a world where there still is a place for outbound prospecting. More on that in a minute. So here's how we define outbound prospecting over at Vorsight, and dare I even use the word cold calling. Taking intelligent people who have brains in their head, still using the telephone, believe it or not, as one effective means, actually a very effective means for communicating with senior executives at large companies, usually director or VP level folks. These are movers and shakers. These are busy people that are hard to get in touch with, and then arranging time on their calendars. There are a lot of firms out there like Vorsight that are doing outbound prospecting for other companies, and there are a lot of businesses that are doing outbound prospecting for themselves as part of their overall sales and marketing strategy. So the interesting thing to consider here is that for the people listening on the phone that know both Vorsight and HubSpot, you're probably scratching your heads and saying, what's up with this? Isn't Vorsight the outbound company, and isn't HubSpot the inbound company? Aren't these guys like oil and water? Why are these guys doing a joint webinar together? And I'm going to answer that question with this simple slide right